Hey everyone! Welcome back to Celebrity Central. Today's story is emotional, heartbreaking, and full of twists you won't see coming. We're talking about Kelly Ripa's tearful farewell. Yes, she's leaving everything behind, even her career, for the love of her life, Mark Consuelos. Stay tuned till the end, because what started as a love story has taken a shocking and emotional turn that's left fans speechless. Let's dive in. It was supposed to be another bright morning on Live with Kelly and Mark. The lights were perfect, the audience was buzzing, and the cameras rolled as Kelly Ripa flashed her iconic smile. But behind that familiar grin, something was deeply different. As fans would soon learn, this wasn't just another show. It was the beginning of the end of an era. For over 3 decades, Kelly Ripa has been the heartbeat of morning television. From her early days alongside Regis Philbin to her unforgettable chemistry with Ryan Seacrest, and now her husband Mark Consuelos, she has brought laughter, warmth, and a unique spark to millions of viewers every single day. But lately something has changed. Observant fans began to notice her quieter moments, her distant gaze during ad breaks, and her emotional tone when talking about family. Then came the bombshell. During a recent taping, Kelly paused mid-segment, her voice trembling slightly as she addressed the audience. "You know," she began, eyes glistening, "sometimes life surprises you. Sometimes you realize that love is worth everything, even if it means saying goodbye to what you've built." The studio fell silent. Mark, seated beside her, reached for her hand, sensing that this moment was about to change everything. The couple's on-screen chemistry has always been the talk of the town. Married since 1996, their relationship seemed like the perfect Hollywood fairy tale, full of laughter, teasing, and unwavering support. But as Kelly continued to speak, it became clear that something far deeper was unfolding. "I've given so much of my life to this show," she said softly, "but I think it's time to give my life back to the person who's always given me his." The crowd gasped. Was she really saying what they thought she was saying? Tears welled up in Kelly's eyes as she took a deep breath. "After this season," she said, "I'll be stepping away. For good." The audience erupted, some in applause, others in disbelief. Mark looked completely stunned, his lips parting slightly, as though hearing it for the first time. Kelly turned to him with a faint, emotional smile and whispered, "It's time, Mark. It's time we start living for us." What followed was a whirlwind of emotions that no one saw coming. Kelly didn't just plan to leave Live. According to insiders close to the couple, she intended to step away from Hollywood entirely, turning down multiple offers, including a potential network deal that would have paid her millions. Her reason? Love. Behind the scenes, Kelly had been struggling with something she hadn't shared publicly: the toll of fame and routine. For years, her mornings were a blur of makeup chairs, bright lights, and rehearsed segments. While she always appeared joyful on screen, sources reveal she'd grown weary of the endless cycle. She craved normalcy, time with her husband, her children, and perhaps a quieter chapter of life. But the twist? It wasn't just about exhaustion. There was something deeper. Something that shook the couple's world earlier this year. According to those close to the Ripa Consuelos family, Mark had faced a private health scare. Something that left both of them questioning everything. Though the details remain undisclosed, Kelly reportedly told friends that the experience changed her perspective on what really matters. One insider claimed, "Kelly realized how fragile everything is. She decided she didn't want to spend another day behind a camera, when she could be next to the man she loves." After years of being the strong, cheerful host America adored, Kelly's priorities shifted dramatically. She began canceling meetings, cutting back appearances, and spending more time at home. Fans noticed her new tone on air: softer, reflective, even nostalgic at times. When one fan commented online, "Kelly looks like she's saying goodbye with her eyes," the clip went viral. Little did they know how true that would be. Mark, for his part, reportedly tried to convince her to stay, at least for one more season. "You're the soul of this show," he told her, according to a crew member who overheard their conversation. But Kelly stood firm. "No, Mark," she said. "You're the soul of my life. That's where I want to be." It was a decision that shocked not only fans but also the network itself. Executives scrambled to persuade her, offering extended breaks, reduced schedules, even full creative control. But Kelly's mind was made up. And then came the farewell broadcast. The episode started like any other. Upbeat music, cheerful energy, audience laughter. But from the very first minute, it was clear that something monumental was happening. Kelly's voice trembled as she thanked viewers for making every morning magical. Mark held her hand tightly, visibly emotional but trying to stay composed. At one point, a montage played, clips of Kelly's early days with Regis, her funny moments with Ryan, her touching interviews, her spontaneous laughter that became her signature. The audience wept. Kelly tried to smile through her tears, but when Mark's voice came through in a surprise video message saying, "You've made mornings beautiful for all of us, especially me," she broke down completely. It wasn't scripted. It wasn't polished. It was raw, human, and painfully real. As the applause filled the room, Kelly turned to the camera one last time and said something that silenced everyone. "Sometimes goodbye isn't sad. It's just love taking a new form." And with that, she placed her cue cards down and stood up, walking off the stage hand in hand with Mark. Not dramatically, but quietly, gracefully, leaving behind the world that had defined her for decades. But the story didn't end there. Hours later, fans noticed something surprising. Kelly deleted several of her most recent Instagram posts, including promotional photos from the show, and replaced them with a single black and white picture of her and Mark, captioned only with, "Forever Us." The internet exploded with speculation. Was this truly the end of her career? Or was Kelly preparing for a new beginning? Some fans believe she might be working on a secret documentary about her journey. Others claim she was planning to move abroad with Mark to start a simpler life away from the spotlight. What no one expected, however, was the emotional video message Kelly posted days later. Sitting in what looked like her living room, makeup-free and visibly emotional, she said, "I'm not walking away from television because I don't love it. I'm walking away because I love someone more. I've been given so much, and now it's time to give back to the one who's always believed in me." She paused, wiping tears from her eyes before adding softly, "Mark, this is for you." Fans flooded social media with messages of love and support. "Kelly, you made mornings brighter," one wrote. Another commented, "True love still exists. Thank you for showing us that." But others couldn't hide their heartbreak. "I can't imagine mornings without Kelly's energy," one fan posted. Even her former co-hosts, including Ryan Seacrest, reached out publicly. "Kelly, you taught me what heart and humor look like on TV. Wherever life takes you, the world will follow," Ryan wrote on X. Behind the emotional goodbye, there's a sense that Kelly isn't saying farewell forever, but rather see you later. Sources close to the couple reveal that she's not ruling out a quiet comeback in the future, perhaps producing or hosting something small and personal. But for now, her focus is entirely on Mark and her family. And yet, there's one final twist. Just days before her final episode aired, Kelly reportedly received an unexpected offer. One that could change everything again. A streaming giant, known for its high-profile talk formats, reached out with a pitch. A limited docuseries featuring Kelly and Mark's journey from co-stars to life partners, exploring love, fame, and their new chapter away from TV. Kelly hasn't responded publicly, but those who know her say she's torn. "She's deeply moved by the offer," said one insider. But she promised herself and Mark that she'd leave it all behind. If she says yes, it has to feel like love, not work. Whether she takes it or not, one thing is certain. Kelly Ripa has redefined what it means to walk away on your own terms. In an industry that rarely lets go of its stars gracefully, she's done it with dignity, love, and the kind of emotional honesty that makes her story unforgettable. As one longtime fan wrote, "Kelly didn't just leave television, she left a legacy." Now, as the lights fade on that familiar studio set and the echoes of applause linger, Kelly Ripa steps into a new dawn. Not as the face of morning TV, but as a woman who chose love over limelight, family over fame, and truth over comfort. And somewhere in a quiet home filled with laughter and love, Kelly and Mark are probably having their morning coffee. Not for the cameras, but just for each other. Because in the end, that's what her farewell was really about. Not sadness, not endings, but love. Raw, real, and forever. And there you have it, Kelly Ripa's tearful farewell. A goodbye that's breaking hearts but inspiring millions. Did she make the right choice? Will she ever return to TV? Or has she truly left it all behind for love? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, because more emotional celebrity stories are coming your way. Until next time, this is Celebrity Central signing off.